So now we're going to talk about lead generation, which is one of my favorite marketing strategies, one of my favorite kind of content posts to make. It is super effective. It gets results every single time. It's fast, it's easy, it's fun. Like, you literally have nothing to lose. So you need to learn this strategy because you're going to love it if you're not using it already. So what lead generation is you are generating leads, you're creating demand, or you're seeing if it's even there in the first place for whatever it is you're thinking of offering. So the reason why I say this has a 100% success rate is because there's only two possible outcomes. Either number one, you are going to generate leads for whatever it is that you're thinking of offering, or number two, you won't. And then you win because then you save time by not creating something that nobody wants or needs. So lead generation is extremely powerful because you are literally creating demand before you create the supply. So lead generation is super important. This is a tried and true strategy. Tons of people are using it. I've used it tons of times myself. Super successful. I have had many times where people have wanted what I was thinking of offering, and I have had times where there hasn't been much of a response, and then I saved myself the time by not creating it because not enough people wanted it. So there's 3 simple steps to lead generation. Step number 1 is to create a lead generation post. You're basically asking your audience, hey, I have this, who wants it? And then you see who engages on it. Or you could say something like, I'm thinking of creating this, should I? It's very simple. You're basically letting your audience know something that you have or you're thinking of creating, and you want to know who wants it so that you can then make informed decisions about whether you're going to spend your time creating it or not. The second step is to nurture and engage the leads that engage on this post, because if there's interest, you will have people commenting on your lead generation post saying, yes, me, yes, I want it, yes. So then your job is to go and react and reply to every single person that is interested in what you have to offer. And then step number 3 is to actually deliver whatever it is that you are offering. Now, let's go into my computer and I'm going to show you step by step what this looks like with a real life example. Let's go. So here we are inside my Facebook profile, and I pulled up an example of a lead generation post. So step 1 is to create a post like this. Need to migrate your course but don't want to spend $149 a month for Kajabi? I'm creating a free guide for solutions. Want it? With the arrow down finger so that people know that they should comment below if they want it. Okay, so that is step 1 of lead generation. You create a very simple post just like this, basically saying, I have this, who wants it? Or I'm thinking of creating this. Anyone interested? There's different ways that you can do it, but at the end of the day, the point is to see if there's demand in what you're offering in the first place, because if there's no demand for it, why would you waste your time creating it? In general, content is more effective when you use the platform's native tools and features. So I'm going to show you how to use Facebook's built-in tool to do a lead generation post like the one I just showed you. So you see here, when you go to make a post, what's on your mind, when you click on this, right here, it shows you the colored little icon. You click on this, and then if you click on that, this will open up all of your options to choose your background, okay? So I always choose something just very easy on the eyes, like none of these emoji ones, those are too busy looking. Just pick a colored background. So let's say we'll pick this big pink one here. So what's on your mind? Now there's a character limit, so you want to make sure that you're very precise and to the point. So here's an example of one. Thinking of hosting a free webinar on feng shui for beginners. Should I? Then you hit post. I'm not going to hit post because that would really go on my profile. And then you see what happens. See if people actually engage on this. See if people actually want this. Okay, so now we're moving on to step 2, which is to follow up and nurture all of the warm leads that comment on your lead generation post. So go into the comments. Now, here's a little tip and something extra I did on this lead generation post. I don't do this every single time, but I did it on this one and it worked well. Is I wrote a comment below and I did @followers. So when you do @followers, your followers will get a notification that you made a post, and it's more likely that they will actually see it in the first place. Now, this is something to not abuse. You don't want to do this every single time, because then you're going to be too spammy. So use it sparingly, but I like to use @followers when I really want to make sure that the people who are following me see what I'm posting. So I wrote, many of you have been asking me questions about what to do when your current hosting platform will no longer host your digital courses, offers, and want a solution that's either free or cheaper than Kajabi. I'm creating a simple to follow yet comprehensive guide for solutions to this problem. Comment below if you want me to send it to you when it's ready. Okay, so I did all of this before I even created the guide. I did not spend a single second creating the guide. I knew that if I had enough people who wanted my solutions, that I would provide the solutions after that there was enough interest, because this is knowledge I already have. Like, I didn't have to do research. Like, I already know this because this is my expertise. I'm very knowledgeable about different hosting platforms. So I knew that I could create something highly valuable for my audience if they wanted it. Okay, so now when we're looking at the comments, you will see here, I'm interested too. Yes, please, Brooke. Yes, please. Yes, please, and thank you. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Of course. Yes. Absolutely. Loved how simple your instructions were for the other one. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, I'd love to. Yes, that would be awesome. Yes, yes, yes. I don't have a course yet, but knowledge is power. So yes, please, and thank you. Like, so look at this. This would be very helpful. I'd like this info. Thanks. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so there's clearly so much interest. So now this is step 2. What you do is you want to nurture and engage with every single person who is engaging on your lead generation post. Okay, what I do is I react. Okay, a react is when you do like a thumbs up, a heart, any of these reactions. Okay, I typically do the heart one because that's just more fun, and people feel more cared for when you give a heart versus a thumbs up. So I do a heart and then I reply. Okay, and the reply can be this simple. Okay, added you to my list. It will be done this week. So I'm informing the person of, like, I acknowledge that they want it. They're on my list, and I'm giving them a time frame. It will be done this week, because again, I did not create this yet. I am just generating leads for something that I'm thinking of creating. Okay, let's see another reply. She says, yes, please, Brooke. And I just said, okay, awesome. Okay, this task of this process does get tedious, but it is just one of those things that's just part of the job. Okay, and it works very well. So every single person gets a response. You bet. Let's give you some other examples. You're very welcome. Of course. Awesome. It will be ready soon. So the whole purpose of responding to every single person with a reaction is you want to let them know that you acknowledge them and that it's coming their way. Okay. And now the extra benefit that you get on top of this is it makes this post get a lot of excitement and buzz around it. And then you reach even more people because Facebook's algorithm will see that this post is creating a lot of buzz. Okay. So then that creates even more demand, because now when a new person comes in and sees this, they're like, oh my God, all these people want this. Like, well, I don't want to miss out. I probably need this too. So then they jump on board. And then before you know it, you have a ton of people who want what you're offering. Okay. Then step 3 is to deliver. After about 24 hours, and I noticed that the comment section blew up, I was like, okay, I better get cracking and actually create this free guide that I just offered to everybody. So then step 3 is to actually deliver it. So I created the free guide. I created a very simple PDF download using Canva. I'm not going to go into that in this video because that is a whole separate tutorial. But once I had my PDF download ready to go, then I created a landing page on Kajabi, which is the platform I use right now, so that I could send this link, okay, this is the opt-in page. So now I copy paste and I send this link via private message on Messenger to every single person that said that they wanted it. Okay. The key here is you want to collect their email address. So don't worry if you don't have a platform like this. You don't need it. You literally just collect their email address in Messenger and then you manually email it to them. I can also show you an example of that. Okay, so here's an example of another lead generation post I did before I was using Kajabi, before I had an automated system of collecting emails and delivering the product. So I'm going to show you an example of this. You can see this is from 2022. Okay. Just released my free ebook, From Fear to Fear, 7 Tips to Go from Feeling Powerless to Unstoppable. Want it? PM me. Okay. So then same thing. I followed up on all of the comments. I private messaged everybody or DM'd them. And then in Messenger, when I said, okay, I saw that you wanted my free ebook. What's your email so I can send it to you? People would tell me their email address within Messenger and then I emailed it to them. Let me show you. So here is how I manually emailed my ebook to everybody that said that they wanted it. I just said, hey, person's name, your free ebook is attached and ready to download. Enjoy, love, Brooke. And then I attached it as a PDF file. That's it. It is literally that simple. So now if you're wondering, okay, this sounds really fun and easy, but what should I be creating or offering in the first place? You can use lead generation for anything that you have to offer, whether that be something for free, like a lead magnet. It could be something that's paid, like a coaching program or a course, or it could be for a free live event, like a webinar or a masterclass. You can literally use it for anything. It's basically anything that you are thinking of offering, whether free or paid. You want to see if there's interest before you put any time and effort into creating it. That is the whole entire point. Now, another thing to note is make sure that when you are going to create this lead generation post, make sure that you have the availability and the capacity in your schedule to deliver that thing within the next week or so, or whatever the time frame is that you're going to give to your leads. Make sure that you're set up for success so that you're not caught having a very high demand for something and then you don't have the time to create it. So anticipate that it's going to go well, anticipate that there will be interest in what you have to offer, and then schedule in the creation time so that you can actually build the thing that people are going to tell you that they want. And then if they don't want it, well, then you don't have to waste that time and you can do something else. Like create more content. So let's recap. Now you know what a lead generation post is and how to do it. So now it's time to take action. Go and make a lead generation post. What are real problems that your real ideal client has and what solution can you offer? Go and make a post, see who wants it, follow up, and then deliver on it. Have fun.